Hello and welcome back this afternoon. Oh my goodness, it is 1st of July at 1:11 p.m. Oh my goodness, Denise, we are rocking this shit right now. So for those of you that are tuning in, come along, say hello. Today I am introducing you to the fabulous, one of our fabulous speakers, Denise Mortimer. Denise, please tell everyone who you are, where you're from, and what the hell it is that you do.
Oh, if I knew the answers, I'd give them to you. No, I'm joking. It's what do I do? I'm Denise and I work with subconscious patterns to help people to reprogram, rewire what is going on in their mind, getting out of their own way, and then elevate and stabilize their frequency moving forward as well. So it's about clearing and then stabilizing so that everything that they want becomes available to them.
Amazing. Absolutely love it. So Denise and I have been in each other's worlds for a few years now, but we've never really like connected. You know, it's like people that you know, but you've not had that connection yet, so to speak. It's always like been passing ships at the night, hasn't it? Apart from the outside
Yes.
world where we like kind of cross paths and things. And Denise did something recently, and I was so intrigued. I was like, I need to be in there. I don't like this. I need to be in there. I'm curious. So what Denise has done is set up this WhatsApp group, and I have to admit, I'm loving it in there. I'm loving every part of it. I'm loving the energy, the vibe. This woman is fucking relentless, and I'm serious, she's relentless. But she also reminds me a little bit of myself. When she sees something and she feels it, she damn well runs with it, and she just goes and she goes, and it's so nice to be connected. So through conversations and things, Denise has come into my world and just undeniably become one of our speakers because that's what we needed. So, Denise, tell me a little bit more about what it is that you're really doing, because I know you've kind of shared, but the WhatsApp group, the frequency codes, the magic that you're bringing to the table, but more importantly, the category of one messaging and how it all ties in and what you're delivering next week. That was a lot. I'm sorry, but I know you'll break it down in your own way.
And I know you got so much on your plate right now, and I have so much admiration for every. I just want to, can we just take a minute for you for everything that you have created? Like this is phenomenal. Like I'm overwhelmed on your behalf with the incredible amount of things that have to be done to pull this together. And you've just done such an incredible job making this all happen. So huge, huge, huge gratitude to you for everyone who's involved in this because you're getting people seen, you're getting them elevated, you're getting them known, you're bringing the spiritual community to the business community. I love everything that you're doing. So huge honor to you.
Thank you.
So I'm so excited to be a speaker. I'm so at home on stage. It's one of my favorite places to be on the planet. So I'm doing category of one messaging because what I recognize is that we're so conditioned to sort of stand behind our achievements like qualifications. And we can end up doing like hundreds of qualifications, and it almost becomes like a reason to not put your business forward because you're thinking I need to get another qualification or I'm only as good as my qualifications. And the truth is we are it's everything that has happened to us that has brought us to this moment in life in addition to our qualifications, which make us a unique proposition for our clients. So it's never that you can teach them Reiki or you can deliver Reiki sessions or massage sessions or RTT sessions or hypnotherapy, whatever it is. It's the you that you bring to it. It's the richness of the life that you've lived that brings you that makes you the prospect that you get to be for your client. They see you and all of our clients are going to be looking at us thinking there's an element of our perception of reality that our clients are buying into. They if they know our story, they know that the pain we've been through, the trauma we've been through, the things the fire we've walked through to get to where we are, and then they see us succeeding. That gives them something to hang their hat on too. So I think people are missing a huge bit by leaving out who they are and the shifts that they've been through, the different iterations of them as a person that's brought them to this place that makes them a category of one. You
Mm.
have to walk through the fire to be that category of one. There's no a billion people can do Reiki. Nobody can do it the way any individual can do it because they bring everything, the richness of their life to that person as well. So it's about really owning their brilliance.
Absolutely. And I'm a huge bloody fan of being innovative and stepping out of the well, basically just being a fucking rebel and loving it and just doing things that are different, right? I mean, I don't think I could live in a world where everything was the same. You know, the Truman Show, that's
Yes.
like, and I watch people live this life and I'm like, how are you doing this? I mean, some people have like really good because their day-to-day work is different. You know, you never know what kind of job you're going to get next or, you know, what creative adventure you're going to have. But some people that do the same shit day in, day out on routine with no freedom, no flexibility, no creativity, no joy, no passion. I just don't, my brain just goes, what? How do
But
you
it's
do that?
all conditioning, isn't it? We're all conditioned that like it's a much bigger conversation, but the world that we live in was never designed for us to be the free spirits that we are. It's conditioned us to close down, to feel compliant, to feel fearful, to feel like we have to play by the rules. And I think that, the beauty of the Ascension Wars and the beauty of the people who are ascending, quite literally ascending, is that they're bringing a new way to be, creating a new way to have a reality on the planet that we inhabit. And there's people who have acclimatized so much that they're happy. They believe they're happy in the way that they conduct their lives day in, day out. They like the routine. But then there are others of us who are here to be the disruptors, to shake things up, to show how things can be different, that we don't need to like we get to create the rules instead of having to abide by them. And I think we're at such a significant period in the evolution of humanity where,
Absolutely.
yes, where we're like in the cusp. We're like this, we can see both sides of it now. I think years ago there were fewer people talking about the things we talk about, but now it's becoming more mass, more people talking about it. So there's people shifting over to the new way of being. It is a new earth. It is a new paradigm.
No, it's so one of the reasons the Business Ascension Symposium Awards exists is because I can see where we're at in the world right now. The generations, like my children and the generations beyond that, are very awake. They are being born into a world that doesn't suit them.
Yes, yes,
They're
yes,
being born
completely.
into a space where traditionally they won't survive, which is why more children are now being homeschooled. I got a child at the moment who, basically over the last 18 months, we haven't had a school life because that isn't for her. And the way that they process and they deal with things is impacting her emotional and mental well-being. Like, I suppose, you could say, well, of course your children are not going to be shoeboxed, Vicky. Have you met yourself yet? So, my children are very neurodivergent. They have additional needs. They can't cope with the mainstream. So however children are out there, what's going to happen for them? I'm in a very privileged position where I can do as the hell I want, really, whereas there are other people out there that don't have that. So these awards, my movement with the symposium and awards is not just to celebrate the magic and the creativity and the transformation and the work that's all being delivered through spiritual evolution with business connection. It's actually to bridge the gap between business and spirituality so that our next generations can actually step into a world that is more suitable for how their brains, their bodies, and their energies work. Like ADHD, autism, hypersensitive, they sense things beyond the 3D. We've got to
Yes,
shift that. We've got to move.
yes,
I mean, how can we build like looking at a corporate space, right? There is no way in a million years I would have ever fitted into the corporate space because I am too creative. I am too rebellious. I go with my gut instinct. I know what needs to happen and when intuitively. And when it's not the right space, people will argue the toss with me because they want to follow a process. And I'm like, but if
yes.
just listen. So having this movement to bridge this gap for not just for us in the here and the now, but also for the future generations is why this feels so important to us as
Yes, yeah. And
humanity.
you're absolutely right. It is bridging that gap, and the gap is get the gap was I I swear the gap was never even there years ago, or maybe I just wasn't even aware of it because I didn't even realize it was another way of being in the world, but it's so evident now. So I love that you're bringing this to life. I love the people who are coming on board. Like when I look at the people who are coming, they really are the people who are shaping the way the world is evolving and who we're evolving into, and moving away from the previous paradigm of, well, it's a very fear and compliant based paradigm, and I'm excited. I do believe that we're all born into a body at a particular time and place because we have a role to play, whatever that is. And I believe the people you've attracted here are the people are on the evolutionary process to be the biggest change makers for the biggest changes we've ever seen in
Yes.
humanity.
Absolutely. I'm all about bringing in the disruptors. Let's go. Let's kick down some doors. Let's stand and say, no, actually, this is what we can achieve, not for hierarchy, because I don't believe in a hierarchy. We're all
Yes.
human. I know, well, that's a different story for another day, but it's just about being open-minded, really. We had an amazing networking call this morning where someone who is becoming spiritually awake but doesn't have a spiritual business is actually coming to the event, and that just lit me up instantly because
Yes. Yeah.
it's not about fitting into a box. It is about opening that mind and going, do you know what? I could walk through that and just get curious. And that is where the curiosity leads to the biggest transformations in both life and in business. It's what's brought me to
Yes.
where I am today, listening to those little nudges and oh, can I do this? Can I do that? Where could I go next? What would happen then? And, you know, it lights me up so much. So, Denise, you are coming on board as one of the speakers. You are going to help us in the room become more structured with our category of one messaging, learning how to really hone in on who we're talking to, why we want to be the expert in that specific niche or field or whatever it is that we're doing. And I'm really looking forward to that. But there's so much more to what you do as well, isn't there? Like, how long have you been doing this work now?
I've been, well, I've been in my business for 10 years, but ever since I was a kid, I've been seeing what I see and telling people what I observe in them, and being able to manage human behavior, bring peace to people, coach them. Even when I wasn't even young enough to be listened to, they just passed me off as a kid. I always had this innate wisdom. And now I didn't, because I grew up in a world, I didn't know I could channel it into something I could create a business from. And even when I didn't start my business till I was 52 years old. I didn't realize how I could be out there making a living doing the things that I love. I thought I needed to be, I thought there were two types of people in the world: people who had their own businesses and people who had jobs. And I was a person who had a job. I didn't know. And I think the greatest gift you can give yourself and the biggest challenge you could ever give yourself is starting your own business, because you are going to learn so much about yourself that you will never learn when you are in employment. And not that, having a job is a beautiful thing. It helped me through many, many years of my life. But the growth happens when you have your own business, because you come face to face with who you are, who you're becoming, who you want to surround yourself, what kind of, like, what is your level of truth and integrity in all you do, who you want to be surrounded with, who you think, no, they're not my people at all. And it it forces you to have a voice that you might not have had in a workplace, because without your own truth, I don't believe anyone's business can succeed unless they bring their full truth to it. And they will only evolve higher and higher in their business the more they lean into the truth of who they are. And that means questioning the decisions that we make about things and why we do it. Because I think underpinning so many people's decisions are there's fear, there's doubt, there's procrastination, there's worry because of the conditioning. So it's the constant evolution, the constant releasing of all of those old things that no longer serve, which allow for the ascension and allow us to grow. And because we're in service-based industries, we're not transactional. It's not like you're going in and buying a Tesco's or buying a piece of chicken somewhere or something. You're going in and you're transforming people's lives, and people can feel the truth in you. They might not be able to articulate it because they might not have the language for it, but they know what feels like the truth. So the more we step into our truth, the more we attract the right people into our world as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hear that 110%. And I'm so on that vibe with you, Denise. But you've been doing this a while now. You know your journey with it. You can see people for who they are in those moments of when they arrive. And I'm a big believer in meeting people where they are. Um, I don't, well, I'm never going to shoehorn anybody into any space that isn't right for them. But I'm excited that you're joining forces with me as we elevate this movement to be exactly what I set it out to be in the first place. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you for jumping in and coming on board and supporting us with this.
I'm so very honored.
It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for your talk. This is good. This is really your first experience with me as well, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So it'll be an interesting exploration all round, I think. What would you say to someone who is maybe a little bit hesitant about joining and coming along?
Oh my God, if there's any tickets left, why are you even waiting? The room is gonna, like, the people, even in the networking this morning, I was there, just such beautiful souls and such good energy and such a warmth and such a beautiful energy in the space. I can only imagine what it's going to be like when that's amplified by 10 times the amount of people that were in the room this morning. So it's going to be absolutely fabulous.
It really is going to be amazing on so many fronts. I just can't even. Honestly, I really can't. Denise, thank you for joining me for today.
My absolute
Can't wait.
pleasure.
We're like a week away from the event now. And yeah, I can't wait. So where can people find you?
Find me on Facebook. You'll look at a photo, it kind of looks like me now, but probably better. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, Denise Mortimer _12. Those are my favorite places to hang out, Facebook and Instagram.
Amazing. Go and check out Denise. Honestly, once you're in her world, you'll be magnified to her for life. She's such an amazing, incredible soul. So thank you for joining me for Denise, and
Thank
for
you so
those
much.
listening in, watching, or catching up on replays. If you're not in the room, get in the room. You still have
The
time.
room
And if you're watching this after the event, make sure you join the waiting list, because we are doing it
next
again
year
really
sold
soon.
out bigger and better than ever.
Definitely. So on that note, over and out from me. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.